what happens to the trading volume on NSE, and more importantly, what happens to the stock of BSE, the fact that it was pretty much a one-way ride up for this one. Feroze Azeez joins in to talk about exactly that. Feroze, hi, good morning. Good to have you on the show. What happens with this Tuesday and Thursday adjustment for NSE and BSE respectively, Feroze? How does life change?
Good morning, Aisha. If you look at how life changes for a derivative trader, there are two kinds of, one is logistical changes, the other are technical changes. If you ask me, this whole shift can have a reasonable impact and disruption for a trader because NSE has a large volume beyond the first 3 months as well. Today, the December contracts of 2025 has an OI, which is reasonable because earlier there was a limit of 9 months. Any option which comes within 9 months of expiry becomes a short-term option. 9 months and above, up to 5 years are listed on NSE. The rest of the 4.25 years are called long-term options. Now, if there is 9 months of options with an OI which is significant, and all have Thursday expiries, so this whole Thursday expiry moving to Tuesday will have an impact up to 5 years because there are already open contracts which you can't force close till almost about June 29. So there is not so much of an eye. So point one, I think this is so logistically difficult for an option trader with 9 months options. On the technical side, the IVs, the implied volatilities will go down, the forwards will go down, and the skew will go up. This is what, from a derivative perspective, in terms of Greeks, could happen. On the NSE, I think will be unchanged. BSE will get a benefit of this, in my opinion, in a medium term because Thursday is closer to a weekend. I think weekends are the most important for a hedger to hedge. So they will start using Sensex to hedge their cash positions rather than Nifty.
Feroze, hi, morning. This is Shrishti also joining in. But how do you see the market share flaring in the times ahead? Because in the last 2 years, we have seen BSE index options did capturing about 23 to 24% of the overall market share pie in just last 2 years, giving tough competition to NSE. If this impacts them in the near term, maybe in the medium term, how do you see the duopoly between the two exchanges?
See, I can tell you about market share. Very clearly, the reason why BSE has been able to capture any market share after its existence in the derivative space for years is only because of the shift in expiries and the reduction in expiries. So what people used to do, a trader used to have a margin. I think way back a couple of years back, all days of the week, SEBI and NSE had an expiry. Monday there was an expiry, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So what people used to do was they used to have a certain margin. Let's assume a person has 1 crore of margin. He would use it 5 times a day and make it a full-time job because you can use the same margin over and over again. And then fortunately, SEBI reversed that decision, which I think is amazing for a regulator to do, which regulator themselves actually started 5 days of expiry, then they squeezed it down to 2. Now, if both were on Thursday, BSE's market share would have been finished over a period of time and stagnated and gone down to practically nothing. But since they've swapped it, NSE coming to Tuesday and BSE going to Thursday, and Thursday there is no other expiry, BSE's market share remains intact to my mind and only grows over the long term.
Okay, Feroze, hi, morning. This is Snehi also joining in. We understand that BSE has strong volume shares on Mondays and Fridays too. So with this change in expiry, do you believe BSE could rebalance its volumes going ahead?
BSE has good volumes. I think Friday volumes will go up significantly. And I think BSE's volumes are going to be high on a Friday. What happens is, if there is a Thursday expiry, the prices of the options on Friday are very high because there is 4 more days or 3 more days of time value left in it. If there is a Thursday expiry and I'm looking at a BSE option on a Friday, then I have a Monday time value, Tuesday time value, Wednesday time value, and a Thursday time value. So the options are going to be expensive. If I want to hedge my cash position, I will buy put options on NSE because NSE has only 1 day of time value left to hedge the weekend. So Friday volumes may just drop, if I have to clearly think. Monday volumes for BSE will go up.
Right. Okay, Feroze, thank you so much for taking the time out this early in the morning and, giving us all that insight. Let me now welcome on board Sharal Lilani.